Well, good afternoon, or actually it's evening now, isn't it? So I do want to start by just saying how happy a day this is for the Business Healthcare Group, and how joyous it is for me, and how thankful I am for Jeff's leadership in keeping this going. You are doing great work, and the providers and the business community, it's really up to you to keep this going. So I just want to say that. And I have the honor to provide this award, the Paul Purcell Leading Change, Creating Value Award. And I'd like to comment a little bit about Paul. Lisa made a comment about his leadership and his vision, and he truly was a visionary. And what was interesting to me is he readily gave me his cell phone, and he said, "Dianne, you can call me anytime." And he would frequently call me, and so he was always available, and it's so fitting that this award is in Paul's name. So it is my distinct honor and privilege to present this year's Paul Purcell Leading Change, Creating Value Award to Sojourner Family Peace Center. Based in Milwaukee, Sojourner is the largest nonprofit provider of domestic violence prevention and intervention services in Wisconsin, helping families affected by domestic violence achieve safety and well-being. The health of women, children, and families is essential to their work. As a responsible corporate citizen, the Business Healthcare Group strongly supports the work Sojourner does for this community. In appreciation of this work, Sojourner was selected as the recipient of the proceeds of the Business Healthcare Group's 2023 golf outing. Accepting the award on behalf of Sojourner is Carmen, Pitre, President and CEO. Carmen, please come up to accept this award.
Thank you. Hi, Jeff. Thank you. Carmen from Sojourner, it was such a privilege to be sitting here for this conversation. So thank you. I share many of the values of BHCG. And I was thinking about our own employees and our own struggles around healthcare. I can't pay people enough at Sojourner in a nonprofit framework when they go home at the end of the day worried about a client who might be strangled or killed, or someone who needs support or housing. But healthcare is one of the ways that I can take care of the people that work at Sojourner. So it was a privilege to sit here and hear the conversation around well-being and investing in people. And the quote, it's our duty to invest in improving quality and well-being. So I want to thank you for this award on behalf of the 100 women and men who work at Sojourner day in, day out. Our mission is to transform lives impacted by domestic violence. In addition to everything you said today, I would add there's another opportunity that you have as healthcare providers. We serve about 7,000, almost 8,000 individuals a year. And we believe that's just the tip of the iceberg. There are far more. There are thousands of people who are our friends, our coworkers, who we worship with, who we work with, who are struggling with violence in their life. And they will never come to Sojourner because they don't feel safe, they don't feel comfortable, but they will be sitting in your healthcare arenas. So I was sitting here thinking about not only the employees, but the thousands and thousands and thousands of people who need you to be in partnership with programs like Sojourner, because you could be the key to opening a door to safety. So I appreciate the primary care model. I would have another call to action, ask you to educate yourself about violence in the lives of the people that you see, integrate it into your everyday practice, become comfortable with asking about it, because you could be the only person that does and could be the key to safety for thousands of people. At Sojourner, we have a philosophy of no wrong door. Just today, I walked out of my office, and there was a young woman who was homeless and hungry, and we got her some food, and even though she was not a survivor of domestic violence. We've had gentlemen walk in with parking tickets, and we just do our best to see humans as human beings and give them love and dignity and respect. And we could not do that, Jeff, without the support of programs and the event you did for us. The resources that were raised at that event helped us and continues to help us provide quality care for the people who need us. A young woman spoke at that event, Jennifer, and we have thousands of Jennifers that we serve. She said something that night at the golf outing. She said, the hardest thing about the violence in my life is my ex-husband left my child, who is now an adolescent and involved in sports. She said she left him to navigate the conversation with his friends and the other families that we are engaged with. And he gets often asked, where's your dad? Why is your dad not here? You know, so she talked about, it was very profound to hear her say that, the ripples that violence causes in our lives. So it's a privilege to be here, to have heard all the comments. Thank you to the keynote speaker, and I hope to stay in partnership with all of you. Thank you.
Janet? Anna? Please? Todd? Please? I'll just go
over. I would like to take the opportunity to share with you, and many of you know Janet, and have worked with her and recognized the passion and devotion and perseverance that she brings to her work. And every once in a while, I'm fortunate enough to make a really good decision at Northwestern Mutual, and that moment, or one of those moments, happened several years ago when Janet accepted my invitation to join us at Northwestern Mutual in our pursuit to continue to change healthcare for our members. And we recognize that at Northwestern Mutual, but that is now being recognized by the Business Journal. So members and individuals in this audience nominated Janet for kind of her leadership in the space. And I invite you to join me in congratulating Janet for her well-deserved recognition. So, Janet, congratulations and thank you. I'll also say, just to add to that, like at Northwestern Mutual, we've long held a belief that our employees and their family members are very deserving of the highest value healthcare in our community. And, you know, we've talked a lot about change today and courage, and I think we find the courage to drive this change for the 35-year-old mother of two who was recently diagnosed with breast cancer, who needs to know that she's getting the very best care in our community. We find the courage for this change for the family that has a teenager that's experiencing knee pain, but yet they don't have the disposable income necessarily to pursue that health care and need to know that there's not waste in the care that their family member's getting, because they're worried about not only putting food on the table, but also being able to get that teenager the care that they need. And so that's how we find the courage. And I also want to thank our fellow employers in this crowd. the Business Healthcare Group, Centivo, and all of you for your partnership in driving change in southeastern and eastern Wisconsin, because it's critically important. So thank you.
I know you all probably didn't expect to see me back up here, but since Janet was kind enough to introduce me, I just want to say congratulations, and that the work that she's done, deserving this award, is so impressive and indicative of what can be done and what BHCG and member organizations are doing. So congratulations, Janet.
Thanks. Thank you. Thanks, Todd, so very much. I get to close this out, and I know I am the only thing standing between all of you and a little socialization and libation. But I wanted to just close by saying I do really recognize very deeply that the recognition that I'm receiving could not be possible without the coalition, my peers on the executive steering committee, the provider community, and we have a ton more work to do. So we look forward to continuing to collaborate with you intellectually and professionally and really making a difference here in Wisconsin and hopefully nationally at some point. So thank you very much.